In the quiet town of Maplewood, where the streets are lined with picket fences and the sound of laughter echoes from every home, darkness lurked beneath the surface. Mark and Lisa Taylor appeared to embody the ideal suburban couple, their lives seemingly flawless and their love unbreakable. But as the crisp autumn air turned colder, a chilling truth began to unravel. One fateful evening, Lisa dropped a bombshell that would shatter their world. She wanted an affair, believing it could be a harmless exploration of freedom. As Mark grappled with the betrayal, a web of deceit spun tighter around them, leading to secrets and lies that would change their lives forever. What follows is a journey through the complexities of love, betrayal, and the lengths one man will go to reclaim his shattered heart. Join me as we delve into a story of heartbreak and resilience, where every choice can lead to redemption or ruin. If you find yourself captivated by this tale, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more gripping stories that explore the depths of human emotion and the intricacies of relationships. Mark, a meticulous accountant with a penchant for stability, balanced Lisa's free-spirited nature as an art teacher. Their home was filled with laughter, warmth, and the ever-present tail wagging of their golden retriever, Max. But beneath the facade of their seemingly perfect life lay a growing tension that neither had fully acknowledged. One crisp autumn evening, the air filled with the scent of fallen leaves, Mark and Lisa sat across from each other at their dining table, a lingering silence enveloping them. Mark noticed Lisa fidgeting with her napkin, an unusual nervousness that made his heart race. Finally, she took a deep breath and uttered words that shattered his world. "Mark, I want to have an affair." His fork clattered against the plate, disbelief washing over him. "What do you mean? You want, sir? What?" "It's not that I don't love you," she said, her voice steady but tinged with an unsettling excitement. "I just feel stifled. I think it could be liberating. Just a fling, nothing serious. I believe it won't affect our marriage." Mark felt a mix of emotions: anger, confusion, and a deep sense of betrayal. "How could you think that? We've built a life together. This isn't just some game." Yet, instead of confronting her with fury, Mark's mind raced, calculating his next steps. He couldn't let this betrayal go unchallenged. He decided to take a different approach, one that involved cunning and strategy rather than outright confrontation. Days turned into weeks, and as Lisa increasingly indulged her desire for freedom, Mark quietly observed her behavior. She began spending more time away from home, claiming it was for art workshops or late-night planning sessions with colleagues. Meanwhile, Mark pretended to accept her choices, all while gathering evidence. He installed a hidden camera in their living room, set up a GPS tracker on her car, and meticulously documented her movements. One night, Mark followed Lisa to a trendy cafe, where he spotted her laughing with a handsome mannequin, a sculptor she had mentioned only in passing. Mark felt a surge of anger and heartache as he watched them share intimate glances. This was the moment he had been waiting for, but he needed more than just suspicion. He needed proof. The following weekend, Mark devised a plan to confront them. He created a fake social media profile and reached out to Ethan, posing as a potential client interested in commissioning a piece of art. To his surprise, Ethan was eager to meet. Mark arranged to meet him at the same cafe, but he had another agenda. He would gather more evidence while pretending to be interested in Ethan's work. As Mark approached, he spotted Lisa sitting at a corner table, her eyes sparkling with excitement as she leaned in close to Ethan. Mark's heart raced. He took a deep breath and approached them. "Yeah, so great to finally meet you in person." Lisa's face fell as she turned to see Mark standing there, a mask of forced joviality on his face. "Mark, what are you doing here?" he stammered. "Oh, just wanted to chat with Ethan about some art ideas," he replied smoothly, gesturing to the empty chair. "Mind if I join?" Ethan's demeanor shifted instantly, his confident fade cracking under the unexpected scrutiny. "Oh, sure, I'd love to discuss some concepts." As they talked, Mark played his role, charming Ethan while subtly probing for information. Lisa remained silent, her eyes darting between them, realizing the trap she had walked into. Every laugh shared between Mark and Ethan felt like a betrayal, but she couldn't speak up without revealing the truth of her actions. When the conversation shifted to Lisa's art, Mark seized the opportunity. "Lisa's work is incredible. I'm sure you've seen her latest pieces, right? She's been really inspired lately." His words dripped with sarcasm as he shot her a knowing glance. Ethan's discomfort was palpable. "Yeah, her work is unique," Mark smirked, feeling a rush of control. He continued to bait them until Ethan finally excused himself to the restroom. Mark turned to Lisa, his voice low and intense. "What were you thinking? Do you realize how ridiculous this all is?" "I didn't think you'd find out," Lisa admitted, her voice a mix of anger and guilt. "I thought I could explore without hurting you." "Explore? Is that what you call it?" Mark's voice was steady, but inside he was seething. "You have no idea how much you're risking. Just then, Ethan returned, and Mark quickly masked his frustration, re-engaging in casual conversation. But the tension had shifted, and Lisa was on edge. Finally, after a few more strained minutes, Mark stood up. "Well, it's been great chatting, but I think I need to take Lisa home." Ethan's face betrayed his surprise, but he nodded, his bravado fading. "Sure, nice meeting you both." Once outside, Mark's composure cracked. "You need to cut ties with him, Lisa. Now." Lisa's response was defiant. "You can't control me, Mark. I have a right to make my own choices. Choices that could destroy everything we've built." Mark shot back, his anger boiling over. "I won't let you throw away our marriage for a thrill." Days passed, and the atmosphere at home grew increasingly tense. Mark decided to take a step further, revealing his hidden camera footage to Lisa, showing her just how close she had gotten to Ethan. He played it back, the betrayal in her eyes evident as she watched herself laugh and flirt. "Is this what you want?" Mark asked, his voice trembling with emotion. "To lose everything?" For the first time, Lisa's facade began to crack. "I didn't realize it was this serious. I thought I could handle it. I thought it wouldn't hurt you." As the weeks unfolded, Mark and Lisa entered a complicated dance of confrontation and vulnerability. They attended couples therapy, slowly peeling back the layers of their relationship. Lisa began to understand the emptiness she had felt in her life, realizing it was rooted in deeper insecurities and a fear of stagnation. One fateful night, Lisa made a decision. She met Ethan one last time, needing closure to fully commit to her marriage. As they sat across from each other in a dimly lit cafe, Lisa laid her heart bare. "I can't do this anymore. I thought I wanted something different, but I realize now that what I want is to rebuild what I have with Mark." Ethan's expression softened, but there was a flash of anger. "So you're just going to walk away? After everything we've shared?" "Yes," Lisa replied firmly. "I made a mistake, and I need to own it. It's time to end this." But as she left the cafe, she felt a weight lifted. She returned home to find Mark waiting, anxiety etched on his face. "Did you see him?" he asked. "Yes," she replied, taking a deep breath. "And it's over. I'm committed to you, Mark. I want to make this work." For the first time, they began to rebuild, but the path wasn't linear. Trust had been shattered, and there were still deep wounds to heal. They shared stories of their past, vulnerabilities and dreams they had buried over the years. Mark revealed his own struggles, his fear of inadequacy and feeling unappreciated. As they navigated their healing, Lisa suggested they take a trip together to rekindle their bond. They headed to a quaint cabin by the lake, a place filled with memories of happier times. The beauty of nature around them sparked something within both of them, igniting old flames of passion and love. One night, sitting by the fire, Mark took Lisa's hand, the warmth of the flames reflected in their eyes. "I'm willing to fight for us," he said softly, "but I need to know you're all in." "I am," Lisa replied, tears in her eyes. "I've learned so much about myself through this. I don't want the thrill, I want the life with you. I want us to create new memories." With every passing day, they rebuilt their lives together, taking turns in vulnerability and strength. Yet, the shadow of betrayal lingered, and the challenges weren't over. Several months later, Mark received an anonymous letter. It was a message revealing that Lisa had not been entirely honest about her relationship with Ethan. There were details that only someone close to them would know. Heart racing, Mark confronted Lisa, and she, initially caught off guard, confessed that she had been texting Ethan even after their last meeting. "Why would you do this?" Mark felt the ground beneath him shift once again. "I was scared, Mark. I thought I could handle it, but I've been struggling with my feelings," she said, desperation in her voice. "I didn't want to lose you, but I didn't want to lose myself either." Mark felt the weight of betrayal anew, but amidst the pain, something shifted. "We can either let this destroy us or fight through it. What do you want?" "I want to fight," Lisa replied, determination in her eyes. "I don't want to lose you. I'll cut all ties, and I'll prove that I'm committed." And so they entered another phase of healing. They established boundaries, set up open lines of communication, and began to rebuild trust brick by brick. Mark also began to pursue therapy, realizing that he too had layers to unpack: his fear of abandonment, his